Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, on which could depending on your location. Please join in the struggle to liberate our people from the contraption. Like and share videos. Today is Friday, the 15th day of March 2024. I bring you news update. Reverse suspension of Ahmed Nengi or face shutdown. Northern students won National Assembly. Yes. Now the Association of Northern Nigerian Students has threatened to shut down National Assembly, giving 48 hours ultimatum to the leadership of the Senate to reverse their decision over the suspension of Senator Abdul Ahmed Nengi. Yes, the senator representing Bauchi Central Senatorial District and the chairman of the Northern Senators Forum. Now, in their statement, quote, "With humongous dismay and grievances in our hearts, the leadership of Association of Northern Nigerian Students totally condemned the decision of the Senate leadership over the suspension of Senator Abdul Ahmed Nengi. As Nigerians may all be aware, a few days ago, Senator Abdul Ahmed Nengi alleged Senate President over budget padding, which 3.7 trillion remains unaccounted for in the 2024 budget without specific project. Senator Abdul Ahmed Nengi has a well-experienced politician, very compassionate in protecting the interests of Nigerians, irrespective of religious, tribe, political affiliation, or any other status. It is ridiculous for the Senate leadership to suspend our entire voice of the Northerners in the Senate because we believe in the effective leaderships of Senator Abdul Ahmed Nengi towards protecting the interests of the North and the nation at large. Mr. President of the Senate, we want to call your attention to remind you, in case you have forgotten, the duty and responsibility of the legislatives. Of course, what Senator Abdul Ahmed Nengi did is part of his duty as the legislature are to checkmate the budget, ensure full implementation of the budget, and make laws of the country. Therefore, we are proud of the leadership of Senator Abdul Nengi, the fact that he proved to his constituents that he knows what he is doing as well as is representing them very good, not as other senators that are sleeping in the Senate, while others are afraid of such brutality, and indeed some are only fighting for their pockets. In this regard, we will not fold our hands and keep watching this dictatorship of the Senate leadership, which can cause our representatives to bear fear of standing and protecting our legitimate interest that will bring development in our constituency. We hereby issue 48 hours ultimatum to the Senate leadership to reverse their decision or face a mega protest that will shut down National Assembly. End of quote. Yes. About what is happening at the National Assembly this time around? Yes. The pardon, the budget pardon, the National Assembly, the Senate to be precise, the Senate being led by Senator Godswill Akpabio, they pardoned 3.7 trillion naira. That's what the senator said. The chairman of the Northern Senators Forum, Nengi. Meanwhile, notable Northerners have come up to speak against the suspension. They threatened hell. They said it will be met with consequences. Yes. So one of them being the former Vice President of Nigeria, Atiku Abubakar, yes, he threatened that the suspension of Bauchi Central Senator Abdul Nengi would be met with fierce opposition. Yes, fierce opposition. That's what he said. Look at the statement of Atiku Abubakar. Quote, "Over the past few days, allegations have rocked the Senate, questioning the very integrity of the 2024 Appropriation Act, the cornerstone of our nation's annual planning and development. A fiscal policy analytics and advocacy organization has unequivocally confirmed a disturbing lack of transparency within the 2024 Appropriation Act. Furthermore, the sudden suspension of the whistleblower senator without adequate explanation has only fueled the crisis, leaving us with more questions than answers. I demand an immediate and thorough investigation into these allegations. Appropriation lies at the heart of governance, and any deviation from serving the people's interest will be met with fierce opposition. Denials are unacceptable, and the suspension of one senator cannot silence accusations of corruption and illegal fiscal spending by the federal government. Without a clear explanation to the people of Nigeria, we must treat these allegations for what they are: outright fraud. The acquisition of budget padding totaling 3 trillion naira cannot be dismissed lightly by the government. Given the current hardship facing our nation, a padded budget is already translating to a padded hunger, padded poverty, padded insecurity, padded energy crisis, padded forex instability, and the soaring cost of living. The people of Nigeria cannot afford to ignore allegations that worsen already their economic situation. The current federal government has a disgraceful track record of ignoring issues of transparency and due process in public administration. The unresolved $3.3 billion NNPCL loan repayment scandal, with Nigeria now expected to pay $12 billion, remains a glaring example. The Tinubu administration must address these high-profile corruption cases transparently. The National Assembly, as the elected representatives of the people, are constitutionally obligated to legislate for the peace, order, and good governance of our nation without colluding with corrupt elements. Failure to do so and persisting in denial will only confirm the government's complicity in official malpractice. End of quote. Now, this is what the former Vice President, Atiku Abubakar, said. Fierce opposition, he said. Yes, you will recall that the governor of Bauchi State, yes, the state governor of Ningi, the senator that made this statement or this revelation about the whopping 3.7 trillion naira being padded into budget by Babio and his cohorts. Yes, the governor has said it, that they will support their own brother. Yes, talking about Bala Muhammad of Bauchi State, said they are behind their brother Ningi, the senator that made this revelation. They are with him, they are in full support of what he's saying. Yes, say they will support him. The senator have, they suspended him and they will not pay him for 3 months. But the governor said they will support him financially, morally, and otherwise. Yes. So, but the southern senators and the Akpabio, they have met and they said this is a fight between the north and the south. That the northerners are fighting the southerners. Yes, because it is not their brother that is there now. That when their brother was there from David Mark, nobody gave him any trouble up until the Ahmed that left before this man that came aboard, talking about Akpabio. Yes, they counted it from the time of David Mark to Saraki and Ahmed Lawan. Said the Southerners were quiet. They allowed them to complete their tenures of 8 years, 4 years, and nobody did anything. So, but this time around, it is of the southern Nigeria to produce the Senate president. So they did not want to impeach the Senate president. So that's what they're looking for. They made reference to 1999 to 2007 when Obasanjo was the president, and the southern Nigeria was given the Senate president. Yes, and of course it was the southeast that was producing the Senate president, and they said about 4 to 5 persons became the Senate president only for 8 years. Yes, because of the northerners. From Okadibo, from Ivan Enwem, I beg your pardon, 1999 Ivan Enwem to Okadibo. Yes, Adolphus Wabara. The thing continue the list. Yes, to Ken Namani. And the thing continues. So they continued to impeach the Senate president during that period because they were Southerners. So now it is the turn of when it became their turn, the Southerners kept quiet. Now it is the turn of the Southerners again. The North has started what they used to do before. And they said they will not allow this one. So they have established their own Southern Senators Forum. Yes. Talking about these Southern Senators. Yes. They appoint a new chairman for the Southern Senators Forum. There are 51 in number from 17 states of the South. Now they elected Senator Mokale Adetokunbo Abiru, yes, Lagos East, yes, representing Lagos East as their new chairman. Yes, that is it. So now they have a vice chairman, Senator Victor Ume, representing Anambra Central. Yes, so this is what is happening now. And the Northern Senators Forum themselves now has a new chairman since Ningi has been suspended, and he's from the Katsina State. Talking about Abdulaziz Musa Iradua. Yes, from Katsina State. Abdulaziz Musa Iradua. So that is what is happening at the National Assembly now. And what are we talking about? When the Southerners, when it was their turn to be in opposition, to say something about what is happening, they were collecting money from the Northerners. Yes, so what is happening is their fault. So they should not blame anybody. The Northerners are doing their opposition in a better way. And we encourage them to continue.